Hello gardening friends, welcome to Backyard Basics. We get a lot of questions about this, and that is, tell us a little bit about organic products, especially for fertilizing the landscape. So I will. We'll take a few minutes here today and talk about it. We'll just start on this end over here, and there's alfalfa meal. That's a classic organic fertilizer. Before many of these were available at all, we used to make a tea out of that. And this tea is used by rosarians and anybody who wants to garden. It's a beautiful stimulant of growth. Alfalfa tea is really, really neat. Magnesium sulfate. This is Epsom salts. You can get Epsom salts from the drugstore or from the grocery store. And this is a source of magnesium. Our soil is short in magnesium in this particular area. And so we have to add it to the calcium in order to get it to work properly. That's why so many people will go out there with some Epsom salts and water in the plants in their garden, and they green up. It just helps it absorb nutrients from the soil and move them throughout the plant. It's pretty neat. It's nice to have, and our soil is short in it. Here are the liquid fertilizers. Here's one that has everything in it, from fish emulsion to seaweed to humic acid to molasses and several other nutrients. It is a very, very well designed organic fertilizer in a liquid form. You know, many of the liquids can be used as foliars. Here's another one that's been around for a while, Neptune's fish fertilizer. It's another nice one, and it doesn't have the seaweed though. It's just the Neptune's fertilizer, and that's about it. So there's some seaweed. You can use it independently. There are lots of benefits to using seaweed, or you can blend them with others like we did with this one, and you've got a better product. Seaweed is really wonderful. It builds cell vigor, it stimulates root growth, more flowers. So there's a lot of things that it is very useful for in the garden, even your houseplants. Here's another granular fertilizer. This one right here can be broadcast on the lawn, around your trees, in the rose garden, in the vegetable garden. It's a good general purpose fertilizer, and it's very slow release. One of the best fertilizers is compost. It's still the very best fertilizer. It's a good way to stimulate growth and unlock nutrients, and so it's a good little product. Rock phosphate. This is important. Our soils are low in phosphorus, or it's not available, so we take a seedling and we put some rock phosphate on it. That's the best way to do it. Or if you're making a long line of seeds, put a little rock phosphate in there. It's a very important way of starting. We have to balance the landscape too. These products right here don't bring about balance, and so these are the minerals that bring that about. There are many sources of these minerals. This is one of the best ones right here, but these are essential to that balance in the home landscape. It's not just nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium and calcium. It is important to have the trace minerals there also. So I would certainly include that. If you've never done trace minerals, you'll see the difference in the home landscape. This is essential. So compost tea, we've talked about this. This is one of the things that for many years we've used when there weren't products out there like the alfalfa. And so aerobic compost tea is a very effective nutrient also. Green sand is a source of iron, and the last one right there is a source of molasses. Molasses, once again, to feed the soil out in the home landscape or out in the garden. Molasses is very, very effective. You'll see the soil begin to mellow. So here's just a few of the many organic gardening products that will benefit your home landscape, whether it's container plants, the landscape itself, or your flower garden, vegetables too. So this is a way to go. It works very well. I'm John for Backyard Basics. I'll see you next time.